Every Bitcoin you don't buy is going to cost you $13 million, my friend.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. Guys, we know options was launched, but remember I told you they were scheduled for the first quarter of 2025. So we're looking at almost 4 months ahead of time. And then also, we're not getting the pump that we should have received. So in the first quarter of 2025, I definitely see us getting a big pullback unless the Treasury pulls that same move they did last year. So make sure we're watching the chess pieces. But right now we have stocks down. We have MicroStrategy buying more Bitcoin. And again, I thought we was going to be getting a bigger pump because we have more and more corporations buying. And then plus we had the options. But we got a semi-pump. And don't forget, next week we have futures contracts ending. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now up. And every time they pull back, they just keep moving up. Because remember, guys, yield rates are definitely going to keep moving up next year. The reason why, because no one wants this paper. And then right now we have the dollar up, which is strong, which we know is not good for the emerging markets. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo at $200 billion yesterday again. So, guys, make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And we have El Salvador getting its first tokenized U.S. Treasuries offerings. These T-bills. And remember, it doesn't matter what country you go to. They all have a plan for this tokenized economy. And then we have Nvidia reports today. And like I stated for a couple of days, I don't see them beating earnings in a big way. I definitely see them meeting it, but I don't see them in a big way, so I definitely don't see a big pump. But we'll see how the mainstream media money channels try to spin the narrative. And don't forget, we have a lot of geopolitical events that are going to affect cryptos and these chip stocks. The drums are beating. Yes, the drums are nothing but a distraction to get us over to the fourth industrial revolution, but the sheep believe in the drums, so as long as they're distracted, we know the NWO runs the money in the back door, so therefore they can build this fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, Blackrock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs right now are up. And we have Grayscale to launch their options trade on Bitcoin ETFs today. So we'll have more options on Bitcoin ETFs coming. And don't forget, Grayscale opened the door for Blackrock to take over. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Archax adds tokenized money market funds from State Street, Fidelity, and LGIM, launching on HBAR, XRPL, and Arbitrum. And guys, you're talking about trillion-dollar companies handling pensions, 401ks. And like I told you, there are trillions and trillions of dollars sitting in these money market accounts. because they're getting an easy 4 to 5% without taking any risk. And we're seeing the private corporations doing the work for the Treasury and the Fed by tokenizing this economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Coinbase to delist WBTC as Justin's son gains influence over the protocol, and Coinbase plans to launch its own wrapped Bitcoin token. Now we have Paxos buys membrane finance to gain access to the EU. And we had the SEC go after Paxos and then disappear. And that's how we know Paxos is part of the plan. And then lastly, we have Injective launches SDK that lets users create their own on-chain AI agent. So you can get these agents to send payments, placing trades, and managing your funds. So these AI agents are going to be nothing but extensions to yourself. Because remember, guys, we're creatures of habit. They're going to learn everything that you do, and they'll know you better than you know yourself. And all the NWO has to do is dangle that carrot, and the sheep will use this technology to gain a little wealth, at the same time losing their soul. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.